Well, my friends, we're here at Wind Gap Bluegrass Festival in Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. I'm very lucky to say I have the Jesse Alexander Band. Welcome to Sudzin Country, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Introduce each other and instruments everybody plays.
Alrighty, we have Luke Parsnow. He plays guitar.
Welcome.
My dad, Andy Alexander.
Howdy.
He plays banjo. My mom, Susan Alexander. She plays bass.
And Jesse Alexander plays the fiddle and mandolin. And the three of us are from Lodi, New York, and Luke's a little bit further north, up near Sterling, New York, almost to Lake Ontario.
Welcome to Sudzin Country, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How long has the Jesse Alexander Band been together?
Well, this is starting our 4th season. This is a new configuration. In fact, Lou just played.
You just got married. You just married Andy? No,
Actually, we just celebrated our 15th anniversary the day before yesterday.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
But Luke actually just played his first show with us yesterday.
Wow, good for you,
But
Luke.
that's not the first time Luke and Jesse have played together, because they've known each other their whole lives. And tell them, boys, what you like to say.
Luke?
Well, you want to say it?
Go ahead.
Good.
We've been playing before we could play.
No.
They started out, I remember Jesse had a little wooden one-string banjo that a man from our church had built for him, and Luke used to stand an old guitar on end that had one string on it, and he'd pretend it was a bass. And Luke's brother had what he called a canjo, and that was their first band.
Okay.
So now it's really fun, and we're really thrilled to have Luke with us now, because the boys have been picking together for so long that now it's nice that Luke can actually be a full-fledged member of our band.
What was your favorite instrument, Jesse?
Well, I like them both, but the mandolin's a little easier to play. But the fiddle, you know, it's a fiddle. It's a good instrument, too. They're both really good.
Are you multi-instrumental, Luke?
I play mandolin as well, and I play bass.
Okay. So, but were you proficient in which one?
Mostly mandolin.
Mandolin. All right. Andy, you're proficient in other instruments?
I play the banjo in the band, and I also play rhythm guitar.
Okay. Yep. Susan, proficient?
I play the bass for the band, and actually this spring Jesse started to teach me how to play fiddle, and it'll be a long time before I'm ready to perform.
But she's actually an excellent organist. She's played in churches for
Wow.
30 years.
That's pretty hard to carry with you in the back of the truck.
Yeah, a little difficult tuck under your arm.
I see you slapping the big bass over here, you know?
Yeah.
That makes a difference. That's easier than an organ, though.
Yeah, it
All
sure
right.
is. Yep.
What did you always work as a family band, or did you bring Luke in as an extra, or did you start out as a trio?
We had a four-piece band,
Oh, okay.
and we lost a member just like about a week ago, actually. And Luke just stepped up and filled in and is doing a great job. Here, his first show was, as we said, was with us yesterday up in Sodus, New York, up on Lake Ontario.
But we have done a number of shows, just the three of us.
Right.
Some local.
How far has
type
the Jesse
things.
Alexander Band traveled around the area? How far? What was the farthest state you played in?
Probably out towards Reedsville, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
out in the western part of Pennsylvania,
Okay.
into
And then
New
this
England.
winter, we're going to be traveling down to Lorraine Jordan's festival down in North Carolina.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah, down in
Oh, my
November,
God.
I
Yeah,
believe
she's
that
great.
is, that festival.
And that's as far as you never played?
We haven't been that
Been
far
far.
south, so
Okay.
that we're looking
That'd be
forward to
cool.
that.
Jesse, do you think you were a born entertainer? Do you feel like you were born to entertain people?
I think I was born to play music.
Okay.
Not so much to entertain, but to play music.
I can tell you that he was 8 months old at our first Bluegrass festival. So this young man has grown up in the bluegrass world, so to speak. We started out with a bang in 1998 with Ralph Stanley and the Osborne brothers the next year. So Jesse has grown up listening to the best that there is right on our front porch. And of course Andy and I had a band at that time, and he would like to come out. He liked to be on stage, and he would come out with his, like I mentioned before, his little wooden one-string banjo, and he used to particularly like to do Up and Down the Mountain, sing that with his daddy, you know. But then,
Good, I'm sorry.
and then I just wanted to mention that at 2 1/2, he took his little one string out on the stage and joined the great Mr. Bob Paisley on stage, who was his favorite.
Bob was
At 2
great.
years old, Jesse loved Bob Paisley, and he just decided he was going to play in his band.
There you go.
And Bob was a kind and gracious man, and for a number of years he would introduce Jesse if he was in the audience and talk about Jesse's festival, and he would invite Jesse up to play with him on stage. But when he turned 5, we said, well, Jess, you need to choose an instrument. And he chose the fiddle
When you were 5.
Yep.
when he was 5.
Talk to me about Picking in the Past or world-class bluegrass.
It's a 4-day weekend when we're
Okay.
right in the heart of the Finger Lakes, and
Okay.
it's a great vacation spot as well as coming to our festival and spending the 4-day weekend with us.
What do you do when you're not playing? What do you guys do for relaxation?
Well, we have a sheep farm. We run a sheep farm. We have about 800 sheep at home.
Whoa.
And that's
They were there last night.
They were there.
and so we're in the agricultural
Wow.
business.
Wow. How many acre farm do you have?
Well, we have about 65 acres that we graze there.
Okay. And what do you do with the sheep?
Well, we sell lamb.
Selling lambs, yeah.
Lamb for me. Yeah.
Lamb for me. Wow. And what do you do with the shearling? When
The
you shear?
wool,
The wool.
we when we get a tractor trailer load of it together, we'll ship it down to the mills in South
Wow.
Carolina.
Obviously, the sheep are your hobby, and this is your full-time job, right?
Well, we'd like that.
I also work at a beef cattle feedlot for my day job,
my
so we
God.
have basically
Yeah, man.
three different things we do.
Websites for everybody. Give us your website.
www.pickinginthepasture.com.
Okay. And you can find out where you guys are appearing, what's going on with Picking in the Pasture, which I have the
Yep,
brochure
correct.
here in my hand. And thank you very much for being on Sudzin Country.
Thank you.
Appreciate
We
it.
appreciate it.